What's going on, gamers? So I figured I had to cover this. I've never done a react off of a video of his directly like this. In this video, you're gonna see that he is kind of hoping that Xbox doesn't get Steam and that it's somehow bothering him, but he's trying to hide it. And what do I mean by that? Is that he's trying to justify that that experience is better elsewhere, not realizing that to have a console-like experience do that, plug and play, that's what people want. They don't want to deal with all the PC stuff. That's why they prefer getting a console. And if you can get a really good deal, like the price point of the Series X when it first launched, for a higher end PC console coming, that may be maybe what $100 more if it is like that. But the deal to try to build a PC like that's going to be insane. And you could just have the Xbox games there, all the Steam there, the PlayStation games, and even if Sony does do something, you still have a lot of games on Steam and a lot of games that are not theirs that they just wanted to lock there, but they're also on PC day one. There's so many ways to look at that in a positive manner. But he doesn't want to look at that in any way positive. What he wants to do is play the game of like it doesn't mean anything. It's not a big deal, and that's what he's playing. So in here we're gonna highlight some more stuff, and let's do this. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. Let's get ready. And we got another video of him too trying to downplay the Steam scenario, and yeah, we're gonna highlight that. So let's do this.
Not feeling the whole PC type of integration there and you're more of just a console dude at heart, console person at heart, then you're gonna have to look at some other options, because this is really leaning more and more into, hey, we're just kind of integrating Xbox as a general consensus into Windows, into PC, all this stuff. So either you're full-blown ready to go PC, you're okay with that, or you're not, and you're gonna have to look at some different options. But again, I wouldn't put all your eggs into one basket here. And again, advising, much like I did multiple times, pardon me, multiple times with Game Pass, and said, hold up, this is great for consumers right now, but hold up. Now I'm stating, don't put your eggs in one basket. I don't see PlayStation first-party games being allowed on this hybrid type of system. As a matter of fact, if you want to do that, what the craziest part is here, the other takeaway is, you guessed it, get yourself a PC, a desktop, a laptop, a ROG Ally, a Steam Deck, a Lenovo. You can.
If people are wanting the hybrid console to be like a PC, why are you going for a handheld? People were satisfied with that. They would just get those handhelds, but not too many people buy that. Those don't sell a lot. Same thing with the Steam Decks. I mean, hell, as long as it's been out, it barely sold 4 million. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know who you're talking to, but the majority of people that you're talking to right now are not going to go get those. And as far as like fully console or fully PC, dude, they've been hybrids. They're AMD hybrid consoles. With the updates like PC, downloading the firmware, getting patches after the 360 era. What do you think they are, man? You're acting like it's fully console. It's not anymore. There were more consoles in the PS3 and the 360 era. Yeah, but after that, it became AMD hybrid consoles. The Switch is a hybrid. Like, that's a thing that's big now. Just like there's no single RPG games. Now RPGs mix with FPS shooters. Shooters are mixed with RPGs, you know what I mean? You sort of have these hybrid genres come out. It sounds like you're just trying to preach the Stone Age stuff, man, and it's not going to really work. People would want that experience where they could have the quick and easy pickup console experience with PC integration on there that's more simplified. There's definitely an audience for that. So trying to tell people like what he's trying to say is he's just trying to convince you that just ignore it. It's not that important. I mean, that's what he's saying, and get stuff that if people would have wanted it, would have took the world by storm.
Do all of it right now. You don't have to wait for Xbox to have this hybrid type of system. If you're okay with that direction and you're okay with waiting for the first party PlayStation games that will miraculously be day and date for the single player AAA games at one point in time, then great. If you're so sure of that, then go that direction. No one's stopping you. But to sit there and create this hype again with what Xbox is doing is really odd, really bizarre. Don't do that to yourself. Don't put yourself up there only to fall, get disappointed again with whatever ends up coming out. Everybody was already excited for the hybrid handheld, and guess what? Ended up being a sticker of Xbox basically on there.
They were excited for the Xbox handheld. Phil Spencer said it multiple times. That's coming out in a few years, so nobody was expecting that this year. We knew that the hybrid OEM models were happening. We got news about that. People were hyping it up. It did happen, and it's gonna happen, and everybody knows what that is. It is the Xbox um, PC experience and a handheld. So the Xbox app on PC and the Windows Store on PC, and play anywhere games and anything you have first party or anything that you could do on your PC is basically right there. That's still cool that you could do that, but that's not what people are talking about when they say the Xbox operating system. Like you have the when I turn on that Xbox, that's carrying over to me for the handheld. That would be different than that model. But it was smart for them to do that first because then they would know what they need to do afterwards. They're not going to make stupid mistakes. Sony's even cautious of that. That's why they did the Portal because you never know what's going to be going on. Nintendo's releasing a Switch 2 this year. Do you really think Microsoft would try to put their handheld on the same market at this current point in time with the Switch 2 being there? It's going to take everything. We're not talking about no measly 3 or 4 million sales. Not to downplay the Steam Deck, but I'm just saying they're not in the same league. It's going to be coming with a new whole race of meta templates and meta video games that Nintendo's going to be dropping. They're going to be selling tens of millions of copies consistently. You know what I mean? It's a whole new world that's about to really power up the console industry along with GTA. So, I wouldn't see Microsoft trying to release their official themed Xbox handheld right now. That actually would be suicide. It just you would be better off waiting 2 years than having better technology with the next gen console and having that all bundled in together. And that's what they're doing. So we got to see how that's going to play out, along with them making that hybrid aspect happen because you have to innovate the hardware. You still want things to be basic, like you're talking the Don Matrick days, and 360 days, but those days are gone. Like, and I don't understand why you're trying to convince people not to be excited for this. Like, they don't have a right to be. I mean, Microsoft needs to make those type of moves for its base, and I don't see that being negative. People get hyped about dumb stuff in the PlayStation world. I could say, why are people getting hyped about Days Gone remaster? You know what I mean? But of course, they're never going to try to highlight Sony in any negative spectrum because they're PlayStation fanboys, and some of them are just uh, let down Xbox players that went over there, or if not, they go to PC.
Having a partner company create this, put this out, and that's what's going to end up happening. So it's just be careful out there. Ultimately, be careful. But again, it just comes down to I just don't understand the hype because you can do this now. It's so bizarre to me.
No console can play Steam right now. Like, you see what I mean? It's like when Microsoft is always doing innovative things and good things. Like, they find these ways somehow. Like, that's one thing I like about them. They're innovative when it comes to software and stuff like that. A software company. And you have like one of the coolest ideas in the world to where online can also be free. That's more pro-consumer. You could have play anywhere between you and your PC library. That'd be pro-consumer if they can knock that out with the next console. We have to really see what they're going to be doing. I can understand that it could be that Xbox situation hybrid PC that's kind of like the Xbox Asus handheld. There could be a situation like that, but it would still be cool to have a console like that. But basically, what I'm saying is that just in general, they're trying to make some type of innovation and some type of like distance where it's like, yeah, they're so much different, and you could do things here that you can't do there, and you're gonna be getting all these pro consumer benefits. Why would people not be more excited about that than the standard blockbuster loophole of paying so much for all these games when food is ridiculous? You got to do that every single day. The body gets hungry. The Hunger Games. Like you got to see like what the average person is really looking at, and like I said, it's weird that you're not trying to do this in any sense positive when that sounds like an amazing idea. It really does. Who would not want something like that? I think that's cool.
It's like I get it if you're waiting for a new console and it was a straight up console and they promised this, this, and this. Great, but
But you see what he's saying? Straight up console, bro. The PlayStation 5 and Series X are not straight up consoles. The Nintendo Switch is a console, but a hybrid console. You know what I mean? So what do you mean? Since PS4 and Xbox One, they have been AMD hybrid consoles. See, it's the same thing. They went to AMD to make the consoles. So Microsoft will go to some PC manufacturing companies if they're doing this hybrid OEM models and they're doing the same thing, but it's going to be the Xbox theme. You have an AMD console right there when you turn on your PlayStation 5, but it has the PlayStation 5 theme on there. You don't even know. You're not. It's weird that you're not figuring that out. That it's not really a console like you would think anymore. That it acts like a PC. And that they should have just gave you guys settings to where you could just do the PC like settings and just download the firmware update. And if you need to revert, just press the revert button and go back to another one if it had problems. I mean, they're pretty much already there if you think about it. So, yeah, what are we talking about consoles, man? That's been gone. That's not the future. So that's why they had to evolve and hybridize. And it's better that way. So, yeah.
What they're promising, what they're doing, they're integrating some sort of system, some sort of, as you've seen, what we shared, you know, this template and this store interface and this integration. Great, great. That's fine integration, but it's still PC. So
You see what I mean here? Like, it's weird. Like he's saying it in the most boring, pessimistic way possible. Like, yeah, whatever, man. You know what I mean? PlayStation, like, practically, man, just go get a PC. Anything to ignore it. Like, you could just sense that in everything that he's doing, which is what I find very odd. Because it's like he does want to downplay it, but he doesn't want to be all the way honest about how he really feels about it. But he's trying to say it in the best manner possible. But at the end of the day, I think that there's an insecurity for people who want to fanboy for Sony and not be in a real gamer spirit to realize that this is actually an awesome idea and I could actually be having a good experience doing this. And you could be playing all those PlayStation games you're playing at higher settings on that system. It kind of just bothers you, doesn't it? And that the games that you're getting, you're going to pay full price for. They'll have on Game Pass at higher settings and have all the PC games that Sony's getting, but they're going to be at higher settings on the Xbox. And who knows how the cloud is going to be around that time too. Like you're not trying to see it in any way positive. Everything with him is just trying to smooth his way, snake his way by making it look negative and trying to convince you that it should be ignored. Then it's whatever. You know what I mean? Like you can kind of see it.
if you want to do something with PC, get yourself some sort of a PC component at this point in time. Again, desktop, laptop, any of the handhelds, any of that stuff.
Bro, if they wanted to do that, they would do that right now. If they're looking forward to the Xbox, it's because they want that simplified hybrid PC experience and they want to see the Xbox console do better. There's still a huge amount of people that are like that, and that's exactly what this is for. And for people who would want to support something like that, they probably didn't want to support the console right now because it's not giving them that advantage, over the PlayStation 5. So they would rather be on PC than at that point right now. And there's people that just don't want to do that because they'd rather have the console experience. So you can't speak for everyone in that sense because they're still going to be. I'll tell you, if they do that the right way, man, this console could sell 45 to 50 million, and that would be really good for them. For as long as like it's been going on, they're still able to do that. They do that by publishing everywhere too, and being a number one publisher. It'll be like they had a better generation than the Series X hardware wise, and they're way more powerful and making way more money. So I think that's the strategy because hardware innovation has to be key for the next console. If it isn't, then there's no point. And I know some people may not probably like that, but it's like, no, there has to be a realization of like, if I'm going to make this, it has to be different from the PlayStation 5. So you should be excited about something like that happening. I'm excited to see how the PS6 is going to be. You know what I mean? I'm not looking to think negative about it. It's like I'm excited for the Switch too. Not in the sense of like high specs or anything, but in a sense of software and meta gameplay and foundations to better the rest of the gaming industry. It's like people get excited for new graphics cards. You just don't want people to be excited for this, and it's just weird.
Go for broke. Do it right now. Put your money where your mouth is. If that's what you want to do, go and do it. And that's fine. That's okay. But the hype up there, like, oh, this is going to have an Xbox sticker on it, and you might be able to play PlayStation first-party games. That's not the W you think it is. It's not. It's not.
That would be a W for people who are only in the Xbox community. Obviously, I could do it on my PS5 right there, right now. Or I can go on my PC if I haven't played it and play it at max settings. You know what I mean? Of course, you could do that, but there are some people that would probably just rather stay only on the Xbox and continue with what they have and have the PlayStation games be there. I wouldn't be mad if they got that access because that's just gamers being able to play more video games, and I think that'd be being in a gamer spirit. But as far as like don't go too deep in and be too happy and then be let down when it happens. I mean, yeah, I can understand that. That's a possibility of that happening. But for the most part, I think that's something cool to be excited about. So, yeah. But here's another video of him attacking Flute because he wanted to, or Cloud, or whatever the hell his name is, because he wanted to get excited for it. PlayStation gets all Xbox games, Xbox gets all PlayStation games, and he put the Steam thing here. This was before that happened, by the way, because people were just talking about that in general, and obviously he can't handle this. So look at this right
However,
here.
gets all PlayStation games. I'm cool with that future, he says. What's interesting about this is he's hoping, right? What does he mean by this? He's hoping that there's some sort of a Steam integration and Xbox integration in between this new handheld hybrid type of deal, or even the new next generation of Xbox, whatever that may or may not end up being, and thinking that you could play your PlayStation games on an Xbox device. Again, the hybrid device is a partner device that's not an Xbox system. You can currently do that on your Steam Deck. You can currently do that on your ROG Ally, you can do that on your Lenovo, you can do that on a laptop, and of course you can do that on a PC, a desktop. So this is this is not the W you think it is when things are natively coming over to a PlayStation console, which is that of an Xbox first-party game, you moron. So again,
So here's my thing, and then that news came out about that image because this image was not out yet. So I bet he feels dumb about that. And like I said, if you go take a look at the image, it's an Xbox operating system image. It's not a PC image. It's something that you would see if you pulled up the Xbox store. So that was Steam being on the Microsoft operating system. That would be the Xbox, even if it is a hybrid OEM. What you think that, like I said, the PlayStation and Xbox are? AMD is making those. Who's the original equipment manufacturer? AMD. Right? It used to be back then where you could be able to design your own console, right? And that's what they would do. But now, no, you have AMD doing that and NVIDIA doing Nintendo. So you just want to get as many chips as possible, obviously, and get that stuff going. But what I find interesting about him is him not realizing that, dude, that was a Microsoft operating system UI. If that picture was true with what we've seen with that Steam on there, don't see how that could be an accident. That is on the Xbox store. Hmm. So yeah, you're being a moron. Um, and yeah, be interesting and don't be a boring, salty pirate. Okay, that's what Xvault is being. So like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about this. Once again, they just really do not want the Xbox community to enjoy great things. They just want to beat it down. Now you see why I have to turn the mirror and criticize Sony. At least when I do something, it's about something real, right? And if there's something positive going on and I like it, I will talk about it. You know, I'm like that. But like I said, now more than ever, it's time to balance the spectrum and be professionally critical on fanboys. So, yeah, ponies, sit down. All right, y'all. Peace out. Have a great day.